Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading for February 2023. My name is Shay. Before we hop into these cards, remember to check your sun, moon, and rising, with your rising being the most accurate sign. And if it don't apply, let it fly. So let's go ahead and hop right into these cards. What does the zodiac sign Gemini need to know about February 2023? Come on, King of Pentacles. We love to see it. That's a good start. What do my Geminis need to know about February 2023? What are they experiencing? Death. What does Gemini need to know about February 2023? What are my Geminis experiencing? Okay. Queen of Swords. What does Gemini need to know? Too many cards. What does Gemini need to know about February 2023? Spirit, make the message abundantly clear. Okay, Six of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess. One more. What message do you have for Gemini in February 2023? What are my Geminis experiencing? Interesting. Chariot. Something about your car, something about needing a ride, something about your forward movement may be important in February. A lot of horses here, a lot of riding here. And normally I don't necessarily pay attention to that, but it keeps coming up, so I'm going to just say it. You feel me? Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse came out as well, but I'm not going to keep these fully for the read, okay? Okay, Gemini. So the message in a nutshell is that there is something that you have to let go of to move forward. You are probably going to come into a lot of abundance in February. If you're not feeling like money's coming in or business or clients or good things are happening, you may just feel a level of security and comfort. And for some of you, there's this nagging feeling that something else is missing. I want to feel more fulfilled. I want to make more money. I wish I had a boo to share this with. I wish I had this to share that with. I want to see this. There's a nagging feeling that's kind of almost taking away from this sense of confidence. I mean, not confidence, but comfort, and this sense of security that you may have, not only financially, but in general. Like you've almost settled into something. And for some of you, like, I guess settled into your fate, like accepted your fate, I guess is a good way to put it. Like, okay, this is what it is and I'm okay with it. But it's like there's something still nagging at you. It's like the last little piece before you're able to get into the abundance that you fully want. And that's kind of on a spiritual level. For others of you, I will say that for some of you, you're being ignored, or vice versa. Maybe you're ignoring someone. You're trying to have a communication with someone who may not be listening. And that desire to be acknowledged, that desire to be heard from this individual person or in general, maybe kind of like the thing that I'm talking about here is that you're trying to be clear, have a direction, clear some things up, and it's almost like nobody's hearing you or they're not appreciating what you're saying. Maybe it's time for a little more quietness. And I don't mean be quiet, never say your opinion, shut up. Like, that's not the point I'm making. I think that for some of you, it may be in your best interest or your highest interest right now to kind of keep some of those things to yourself, because like I said, whoever it is they're not receiving it. And like I said, the message is becoming clear. That's what's holding you back, is the need to feel like you have to say something or you have to take people with you when you do whatever this thing is. You're good. So you don't have to prove it. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to show it. You're good. And if that means others won't come along with you when you go, then that's just what it means. You know what I mean? And like I said, this can be in a mass. Maybe you're trying to express something and people aren't feeling it or whatever. That's okay. Just keep on going, keep doing your thing, move in silence, keep moving forward. And I hate to say move in silence because it's so cliche, but it's the truth. You may have to just be okay with, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this thing and move forward, power forward. And I do think there's some positivity that's gonna come from that. Most of the time when we just drive our plans forward, it works out. Now, there's two separate messages that come from these cards when I look at them. One is feeling like a stuck feeling. And feeling like you don't know what to do now. Like, I don't think you're stuck, like mentally you don't know what to do, but I think it's like something's in your way and you're not really sure how to proceed forward. Again, for some of you, if it could be, I'm trying to get acknowledged, or I'm trying to be told, or I want this person to understand me, and they're just not hearing you. what can you do, right? So that may be where some of you are. And if you are there, like I said, that the moving in silence, kind of doing your own thing. And for some of you, it just maybe just introspection, going within and figuring out what it is that's causing you to feel this way, or causing you to feel stuck, or making you feel the need to force this thing. And then addressing that. For some of you, it's a matter of putting more of a spiritual aspect into your things, meditating, getting into more of like a your you bag versus like your outer bag. And I'm not saying nobody needs to like go into hermit mode. That's not what I'm sensing at all. But I do think it's kind of like being choicey with what you choose, what you're looking for. And the second message that I'm picking up is something along the lines of being too focused on wealth and how fast it's coming. And it doesn't have to be wealth in money. It could be wealth in abundance, wealth in attention, wealth in anything where you get a surplus of something. And it's almost like being a little too focused on that it's taking away from your creativity. So being careful about that, because sometimes the reason why something is not happening is because you're not expressing what you want to express, but you're expressing what you think will get you far. And that's what's holding you back. Okay, Gemini? So let's go ahead and hit this love reading. What do my Geminis need to know about their love and relationships in February 2023? What does Gemini need to know about their love and relationships in February, Spirit? Make the message abundantly clear for me. I'm smelling cocoa butter. Hold on. Meow. Why? Skater girl. And to explain the cocoa butter thing, sometimes my senses trip something that needs to be said, or like something that may trigger you to think of something or someone. So someone may smell like cocoa butter, or that may be something you're into this month. Like you may start wearing more cocoa butter this month, but somebody smelling like cocoa butter around here. Okay, what does Gemini need to know about their career and finances? What does Gemini need to know about their love and relationships in February? The Siren. Okay. You may be getting frustrated with something, Gemini. Like we already discussed this, and that's why I say it's showing up in your relationships too. So I'm not going to be too long-winded about this, but it's almost like you are lighthearted for the most part. You're probably going out on dates. You're having a good time. It's fun. You're being adaptable, like your air sign self. You know, just enjoying going from group to group, having fun with your lovers, your friends, whatever. I do hear this message of like trying to be playful and do something fun, and someone not joining in. So it can be as simple as like, I want everybody to go to the movies, but like everybody not going. Or I want my person to take me here, but like they don't like going there, and I'm annoyed because I wanted to go there. Like there may be that frustration of that this month. It's like, why isn't it working? Okay. So it may be causing some annoyance for you, is that you're trying to have fun, but nobody else is, or you're trying to fix a problem, nobody else is. You're trying to talk, nobody else is, whatever the case may be. There's a seductive character here. And I'm not really picking up a message from this. More than I pick up, for some of you, you may be, because I don't like to use those words like sirens and things of that nature. I don't think that this is necessarily that deep, but I think that some of you may be infatuated with someone that may be a little dangerous. I'll just say that. I don't necessarily see that they may cause harm. I just think that you may have friction with them a little bit on what you value versus what they value. It may not be bad. It just may be causing friction, which may be exciting for you, actually, for some of you. A Scorpio could be important. And I might not because of the siren card, but I've seen it earlier. There may be a Scorpio that's important. Sun, Moon, or Rising. So clarity for my Geminis. What do they need to know about their love and relationships? What advice do you have for my Geminis and their love and relationships in February? What about my Geminis and relationships? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. So you talked about that siren earlier, deception. Okay, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. And then we have, this could be the one. You already met this romantic partner you seek. And then it says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from what the type you expect. And I don't think these messages are just for your romantic life. But I will say, if you're in a relationship, just be careful about counting someone out because they don't fit something. okay? Be careful about that. And I'm not talking about like complete compatibility differences, just like I'm talking about like, oh, they wear their hair to the left, I like it to the right, like those type of things. Be careful about that. But also for some of you, you may be getting too wrapped up in someone who's not being them complete selves. You may be falling in love with the idea of someone and not falling in love with the true person, and that may start to show a little much this month. And this could be vice versa too, Gemini. I hate to say it, but it may be partially on you too. If you're playing something out a certain way, not because you mean harm, but just simply because you're having fun and you're being playful, and then it's like you switch it up some way, or you don't, you're not being as nice this day or that day, and it may come to a head. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think for some of you that may come up. And again, this could be other relationships too, where somebody calls you out or you see a side of someone that you're not used to. But otherwise, like I said, there's this playfulness, there's some happiness here. I don't think it's all doom and gloom or negativity. I think you guys are actually experiencing, some of you are experiencing a happy relationship. But there's someone specific. You're not allowing yourself to experience a happy relationship because you may be trying to, you're too focused on an old one. Because like, I almost get this picture of someone who's single and they're like this close to meeting the one of their dreams, but they're so focused on like this one good relationship they had that one time that they're not moving forward to meet this new person. So I feel like you may get that point this month. Okay, so what does Gemini need to know about their career and finances? What are my Geminis experiencing in their career? And this card has been everywhere. So everybody just needs to get their stuff together, organized for success. What does Gemini need to know about their career and finances in February 2023? Thank you. Y'all cards came off fast. Do the work. Period. Cooperation instead of competition, and ask for your needs to be met. I'm gonna summarize these, Gemini. I'm not even gonna hold you. Sometimes it is okay, like again, that direct message, you need to be direct, you need to say how you feel. I don't think y'all have a problem with that. I think that you may have a problem with the way you're approaching it. Like I said, it's a wall, or you may be asking the wrong people, or you may be so focused on asking that you're not necessarily doing. You get what I'm saying? And for some of you, whatever you're doing, you may be needing to do something else in addition to or differently. So again, if you've been doing something over and over again and it hasn't bore fruit, it may be time for you to look for another angle, and not in a way where it's like, I need to accomplish, I need to achieve, so I'm gonna do whatever, whoever, whenever to get where I'm going. More so in a way of like, let me research why this may not be working for me, and then let me implement these things. You get what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. But it's like, it's not if you're doing something, it's how you're doing something, because you are working. It's just about like how you're working it, okay? Do more research, get more understanding, and rely, I don't know, there's just a competitive energy, but it's not coming from like you're competing with someone. It's almost like you're competing with yourself. How fast can I grow? How much money can I make? How much wealth can I build? And you're just like in a competitive nature, and I'm not gonna lie, it's going against you, Gemini. It's working against you. So if you feel like you're talking to a brick wall or you're working against something, that you are. And it's because of the energy behind what you're doing. Yeah, and it may also be time for you to turn inward, like we talked about earlier. Maybe it's time for prayer. Maybe it's time for doing the spiritual work. Maybe it's time for doing a cleansing, moving on to something better, something of that nature. You'll know what that is, but it's time for like an assessment change. And I think that's where your organized comes from, because I think there just may be an output, like something's constantly going out, or you're constantly doing something, but you don't really necessarily have an idea of, okay, where does this actually end up? Like you're good, but you want to be better, and that's what's taking away from how good you are. So, okay, if you want to get better, what do we do? Okay, I hope I'm making sense, Gemini, because I see it clearly in my mind, but I want to make sure y'all get that. So clarity, any advice for my Geminis, February 2023, in their career and finance spirit? What advice do you have for Gemini in their career and finances? Okay, so careers that may be important: executive, sales, or marketing. I'm picking up planning, hidden talent, hospice, healer, no work, reinvention. Okay, and so these say worry-free finances, money in the reserve, excess, rough patch, borrowing, money low on cash. Okay. I really don't think money will be a problem for you this month. At least it'll be like steady. That could be something that's on your mind, but I think it's something else that you want in excess. There's something else career-wise that you want more of, whether it's recognition, whether it's success, whether it's the promotion, whether it's a better parking space at the job. There's something else that you want, and it's like it's not happening. So there may be a little frustration around that. And for some of you, you may have the overall goal, like the intention to work for yourself forever. This looks like an entrepreneur, influencer, maybe having like a big platform or something of that nature, even a business. But I think some of you want to not work or be under someone's thumb, which is where this like executive comes from. I feel like you want to be the thumb, okay? And like I said, it may be, you may have to go at it a different way. Okay, Gemini? So what is the overall message for my Geminis in February 2023? Psychic abilities. And with Miss High Priestess here, that's double time, babe. Trust your psychic gifts. Join a circle to open up your communication. A clairvoyant confirms the answers you seek. Your intuition is correct. This is your path, okay? You're experiencing a great shift in your personal energy, and what you once found attractive no longer appeals to you as your sensitivity increases. It's time to trust in subtle messages of the spirit as a new spiritual doorway opens to awaken your psychic ability. So yeah, this could be a very intuitive month for you guys, Gemini. Like if you're not into spirituality and stuff like that, it may be a month where you are, or you may get an intuitive vibe. But I do think for some of you, you may get almost like an epiphany about something, and then you're able to move forward once you get that epiphany, once you get that psychic download. Even this reading, like it can be confirmation for you, and you decide, hey, it's time to move forward. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.